Hi guys, welcome to another video. I have too many luxury bags. I know. I love my Hermes, my Chanel, my Dior, my Louis Vuitton, my Fendi, all of them. I love them, but I have some in my collection that are so annoying. They are so annoying that I would say to you, I would say to you to not buy them, but I still have them and I still love them. Why are they so annoying? And why do I still love them? Let's get going. And wait for later, guys, because I'm going to show you a bag that I haven't shown you in such a long time. And I have always said that if you keep things long enough, they come back around. And what do you know? This bag has come back. It has come back. But it's really annoying. Anyway, I will come on to that. How many of these are going to end up on the chopping block? Well, let's find out as we go through. I'm going to start with the most annoying bag probably of all, probably. And it is the Dior saddlebag, And yes, obviously this is a very unusual shape. It is the classic. This has been out for such a long time. This is the, I suppose, like the re-edition of it when it was reintroduced by Dior. There's a reason why bags are not this shape generally. So what is annoying about this? Well, everything is annoying. It's a little bit jangly, which I really don't like. But I love the style of this bag. Anyway, it's got the CD on the side. But what you find with this bag, because it is the shape that it is, and you can see there, hopefully you can see that. At the bottom of the bag, it is scooped up into this saddle shape, which means that the actual bag, the size of the bag isn't actually, or the interior capacity of this isn't from here to here. It's probably from here to, I don't know, somewhere like this, which means your internal capacity isn't as big as you think it might be from the style of the bag, but also obviously it tapers away at this side. So usable space, you've probably got like this much. You've probably got something like that, and it's not much. The other thing that's really annoying, it has a magnetic closure like this, which I actually really like. I do like that. But in order to get into the bag, you have to open this, and obviously the flap is here and the handle gets in the way. So you have to move the handle out of the way to get into the bag. It's got the dust bag in there. Let's take that out and you can see the capacity is not massive. But of course then the flap is open and it's just annoying. So in order to close it, you've got to get it back through. It's just not usable at all, but it's so cool. The other thing that's annoying about this is when I bought this, so I must have had this 4 or 5 years, something like that. This did not come with a crossbody or shoulder strap. It is just as it is. The new ones, you do have a shoulder strap that comes with it. However, the price has just gone up and up. So you've paid for it one way or another. But yeah, in my day, they didn't have a shoulder strap. So I went and bought a guitar strap that I don't like guitar straps. But it was one thing that I suppose got influenced by the hype of this. So I did buy the guitar strap, which sort of hooks on. You have to sort of hook it on somewhere here. It's not ideal at all. And the guitar strap that I bought, it just doesn't adjust, and it's just quite short. It's just a pain, and it's clunky and it's heavy. It's just, anyway, it is. All in all, it's really annoying to use. But the reason why this is still in my collection is I know, and I knew when I bought it, obviously it's not a usual ordinary style of bag, and I knew it was never going to be an all-day bag. It's not going to be practical. It's never going to be. So it is what it is. It's fine for an evening or even for a day out, as long as you're not needing to carry that much and not needing to be in and out of your bag that much. But as a bag to actually use practically, no, it's just annoying. The next bag that is really annoying is this one. This is the Birkin 35. Now at the moment it has a pillow in it, so let's just take that out. This bag is the dream for so many handbag lovers. This is the dream. This is the Hermes Birkin, and it's got my sunglasses. That's where they went. I have been using this bag. I have. Anyway, this is the dream. This is the original. This is the quintessential original Birkin bag. So the 35 size, this is in the black Togo leather with gold hardware. It's fabulous. It's gorgeous. Look at it. It looks amazing. It looks amazing with anything, but it is so heavy. Honestly, I took this out the other day and yes, I did load it up a little bit because I was using a bigger bag and I needed a few things. I had my LV planner, organizer, agenda thing in here. I had a couple of pouches and my usual things, my keys, my phone, and it was so heavy. Even holding it like this, and I do a lot of strength training. I do a lot of strength training, and even just holding this empty, it is heavy. Now there is a lot of leather obviously on the 35 because it's a bigger bag. The handles are very thick and sturdy, so there's a lot of weight in the whole of the construction of the bag. Obviously it's leather lined, it's got the extra flap here. It is, honestly, but it is annoying to use because it is so heavy that I like to wear my top handle bags on the crook of my arm, and this just weighs you down so much that I just cannot be bothered to use it. Now, of course, I know that a bag, if you load it up, it's going to be heavy, but this size of bag, I do honestly think you are better with a shoulder strap as well. I sort of just do. Or if you do like just the top handle, then one that isn't so heavy. So for example, my Goyard, the Bohème bag, which I've been using loads. Hang about, I'm just going to grab it. I am back. This is the Bohème bag, and it's got all my things in it because it's still got the sticker on it. Anyway, this is the Bohème bag. It's got all my things in it because I am using this constantly. But honestly, this bag is so light to start with, and I know they're very different. I know they are different, but if I want to carry a load of things, I'm just going to take this because it's light to start with. So that's just an example. Will I ever sell this? No, because it was an absolute dream of mine to have this, and I can just choose. I'm very, very, very fortunate. I know how fortunate I am to be able to have any of these things. And so because I do have a rather not massively large collection anymore, but I have enough bags that I can sort of pick and choose when I'm going to use them. So I know that when I'm not going to be going too far, where I'm not going to have to be carrying this for too long, I can still use it. And yeah, it's the dream. So of course I do want to keep it. So yes, it's blinking annoying, and yes, it is not my favourite of my Hermes bags by any stretch of the imagination. It's probably my least favourite. It probably is, but I love it, and it is staying. Okay, while we're talking about Hermes, this is also really annoying. Now this is my Birkin 25 in Rouge Grenat. This is an absolute favourite. I adore this bag, and it's got the little Pegasus on it, which I just unboxed, and you guys love this and I love it too. And I think quite a few of you have said that you prefer the colourway of this one to the one that I sold, and therefore I've ended up repurchasing this in a slightly different colour, and I think I agree with you. I love all the darker tones on this, and yeah, I just love it. So yeah, anyway, that is the Pegasus that is now living on my Birkin 25. So if I love this bag so much, why is this annoying? Well, this is annoying because it is a fabulous size bag. You can see in here I've got an organiser in there, but it is a really, really good size bag. But the handles, I like to wear my bags crook of the arm. That's how I'm comfortable, and this one, it's really a top handle bag, which is fine. It's fine, and I forgive it because of how stunning it is. But I can get it part way up my arm. So yeah, I can get it sort of up here. Certainly if I've got something bulkier on, a coat or something, I definitely can't. So it's not really a crook of the arm bag. And so my argument with Hermes is just make these just slightly bigger, just slightly. It wouldn't change the proportions according to the bag. I don't think it'd look any, I don't know, I don't think it'd ruin the style of it at all. And it would just make this a little bit easier. Just that little bit more space, please. That's all I would ask. That's all I would ask. And I know Hermes do it because they see this as a top handle bag. And of course, the size 30, if you want a crook of the arm bag, the 30 is perfect. So they probably do it so that you want all of the sizes and all of the different variations, which of course is what happens, isn't it? But yeah, it is slightly annoying, but I do forgive it, and it's one of my absolute favourites. We have to talk about Louis Vuitton because the most annoying bag I think that I have from Louis Vuitton is this one. It's this one, and this is my, honestly, this is my pride and joy. I could not believe that I was able to get my hands on this bag. This is the Mini Capucine, and it is in the lizard skin, so it is exotic, and it's in the colour petrol, so it's got this gorgeous, gorgeous iridescence. Just look, honestly, I love this bag so much. Oh, it's just so stunning, but it's really annoying, and I've done videos all about the Mini Capucine. It's annoying for various things, so let's quickly go through them. So the first one is the flap. The flap goes over and it tucks into a little tag that's inside here, and yes, it looks amazing. It covers your things that you are keeping in your bag, so it gives you that extra little bit of security. However, it gets in the way. It just gets in the way. You have to sort of move it out of the way in order to get in, and then it doesn't really go anywhere, and it's annoying. It is just annoying. So my solution to it is that instead of putting the flap across like this, I actually, if you can just look inside, it has got two compartments. It's got a centre like divider and two compartments. So what I do is I tuck this into the back section. Hopefully that's coming up. So it leaves the front section open, which means that anything that you want to be able to get in and out quickly, like your phone, for example, you can put into the front section, and anything more valuable, or not that a phone isn't valuable, but you know what I mean, maybe more your cards or your keys or something can go in the back. Something that you're not having to access every 2 minutes, although maybe if you're out shopping and you might want to be able to get to your card case. Anyway, that's what I do, and sometimes I just put everything in the front and just don't use the back, which is pretty ridiculous anyway, but that is annoying. The other thing that's annoying is, okay, so this is my phone. This is the iPhone 16 Pro. It's not the Max, it is the regular size. And does it fit in the bag? Well, yes, it does, but it's not, it's not perfect. So if I have quite a bulky, phone case on mine. I quite like these pop sockets. I think they're really, really comfortable. Anyway, if I take that off, just for the purposes of this phone case isn't particularly bulky without that bit on it. So in order to fit it in the bag, it does go in. It does go in, but it's just a little bit fiddly. And the reason it's a little bit fiddly is because the D-rings for the crossbody strap are, you know, see there's one here and there's one here, so they are diagonal. Some of the Capucines, they have them on the side, this one doesn't. Some of the exotics tend to not have them on the outside. I don't know how they choose, but anyway, this one has got them diagonally here, here and here. Hopefully you can see that. So what that means is that you have a D-ring right in the way of where you are trying to actually put your item. So again, for example, it just gets caught on the D-ring. So what I do, especially if you've got the actual strap on the bag, so let's just put that on and then you can see. And it is fiddly to even put the strap on because you're having to dig inside and get the angle and get the flap out of the way in order to put this on the bag, and you get the drift. It's a pain. Anyway, so that is now on. But as you can see, that is now in the way. So let's put the flap back into the back, and then trying to get this in now. The strap is now in the way. So what you have to do, you basically have to put it in at an angle like that. So you get it underneath. You get it underneath this bit first, and then it slides in. And once it's in, there's loads of room and it's fine. And to get it back out, you just do the same thing. So once you know what you're doing with it, it's absolutely fine. It's just annoying. It's just annoying and fiddly, but I love it, and it is going nowhere. It is going nowhere. So I promised to tell you guys a bag that is super, super annoying, but I have had it so long that it's now come back in fashion. It's come back from about 20 odd years ago, and I love this. I love that we can just keep our things and use our things. And yeah, I haven't used this for a while, but not because it's not on trend, because I don't really care about trends, but I get caught up sometimes. But anyway, this is the bag. This is the Mulberry Roxanne. Does anybody remember this? So this has been relaunched by Mulberry. Now it's come out in maybe a slightly different version, but pretty much the same thing. And I adored this bag. My goodness, this has been used and loved. And it's so annoying. It's so annoying because it is just full of straps. So you've got a strap here. So you can see here that this clips on. So you've got a strap here that has a magnetic closure, which is actually reasonably strong, and it's fiddly to get it back on. You've then got another one here the same, and again it's a bit fiddly to get back on. And then you've got one in the middle, which is a little bit easier to get, she says. No, it's not. There we go. And that's what it's like. So in order to get into the bag, you have to put this one back. You have to put this one back. You then have to put this one back. And then you can open the bag, and it's got a lot of stuffing inside it. So in order then to close it, you put the flap down, and then you have to put this back over. Get the handles up, this back over, and if you can even be bothered, you actually put the magnets on. And most of the time I just don't bother with that because I'm in and out of my bag too much. So it has a shoulder strap with it, which again, I didn't even realise this. This has got, I never even looked at this properly, but if you can see here, it's got like a million adjustments. Look, it's got holes all the way through. So you can actually, yeah, you could change this. But to be fair, if anything, I'd want this longer, and it's pretty much, there's a couple of extra holes there. But yeah, it's pretty much on the longest one it would be, I think. So yeah, that isn't going to make it crossbody. But yeah, I've only just realised how many adjustments this bag has, which is very odd, seeing as I've had this for 20 odd years. But yeah, I tended to always use this as a top handle anyway, and I would just leave that hanging down. Again, it's not detachable, so that ended up just being down out of the way, and this was crook of the arm. So I might drag this bag back out actually, but I don't know if you can see on the hardware. Hopefully that's coming up. It's just oxidized so much, it's actually gone blue. Oh, so this needs a very good clean. If we can see on here. Yeah, it needs a very good clean, doesn't it? But do you know what? The leather's still lovely. It's the old, I think this was called oak. And yeah, anyway, the Mulberry Roxanne, the most annoying bag in the world that I've kept the longest probably. Also, I forgot to mention, it's got pockets on the front, which again are magnetic with buckles, but yeah, they're pretty useless because they're too small really, so I can't think I've ever used those. Even back in the day when we all had those little flip phones, I don't even think one of those would fit in there, so that's just really for the design. I don't think I've ever used that. So there we are. I can rock this again and feel like I'm back on trend. So which one of those guys is the most annoying to you? Do you think any of them are that bad? Do you think I should put some on the chopping block? Well, none of those are going on the chopping block. They may be annoying, but I understand that not all bags are going to be practical. So there are going to be annoying things about them. So it's whether we love them enough to forgive them all of their flaws. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on another one.